Lana.
Hi.
So thank you so much for talking with us. Basically, you're part of the ToGather Today team, and you've hosted some virtual life events. I wanted to just reach out and kind of see what got you interested and how did you get interested in hosting these things?
Yeah, I mean, it's such an interesting time, and it's one of those things where I think you either embrace the virtual world or you kind of go running away terrified and scared and camp out from it, which I definitely, as a theater artist, felt myself in the negative opinion about it and was scared about it and adverse to it, because I think, as all of us being theater makers, we value being actually together physically with people, and any kind of, to me, it's all about the experience of community and being together and uniting over something greatly tragic or greatly joyful or just anything in between, really. And so this time felt really isolating for me. I know when lockdown first happened, I was in New York City in a studio by myself. I got COVID. I was, and my virtual experiences with people started meaning so much to me personally. Like, I scheduled them in my week. They were very, very important. And Lana, who is one of our other teammates, when, she asked us, which I'm sure she'll go into it at some point, about her father passing away, to help and volunteer to create these virtual shivas and funeral process, which, all of us jumped to be able to do. And I had no anticipation of exactly what that was going to be like. And as a theater artist out of work in the theater and to a theater world that we don't know when that's going to exist for us again, when we were doing those Zoom or virtual shivas and funeral, I felt like I was making a piece of theater for the first time, which, when I analyzed it later, I thought, okay, what does this have in common? This has a group of people gathering together from everywhere. From the reach is crazy, all walks of life over this common goal. And there's a purpose. And, we had deadlines. Tracy and I were on the side trying to let in hundreds of people and analyze them next to a checklist. And, we're all these kind of type A director leadership personalities. And we're we are going to make this good. Give us the goal. We will reach it. We're going to make it happen. And, that was, something that I'm so grateful to have done, because there's a tie-in that it's one of my, dearest friends, and I would do it a million times over. But I felt so alive as a theater maker and a gathering of community. So yeah, I got really excited about the opportunity to do more virtual events. I helped out similarly with my uncle's funeral. And, it felt like in these times and moments where you feel like there's nothing you can do, you feel this helplessness. I felt like I was contributing something.
These are intimate moments for these people that you're reaching and connecting to. How does it feel, or what does that mean to you? Kind of jumping in at this, and what these instances that you're describing, these dark, intimate moments.
To me, I honestly, when I think about it, I think this is kind of what I was made to do. I've found, and I've found myself to be kind of a bridge personality and be a very emotionally receptive person. And people come to me with really great secrets or advice or stories or need. And I value being able to help and contribute in, any possible way, even if it's just helping them understand, that they already knew the answer. And so being able to be present for these is kind of the greatest gift. I mean, you're being let into this moment that you might never be let into. And as a kind of audience member or a participant, I started realizing, seeing these, there's so many of these that people wouldn't have gotten to go to because of their age or being able to fly or being able to get there, or, having a work conflict. We wouldn't all be in the same room together. So getting to be there for something like that for me is kind of everything. It feels like a great calling and a very deep place of gratitude to get to be present at these things.
Beautiful. And you mentioned being a theater artist, and our group has a lot of theater makers. What is, I guess, what are these crossways, or what is this intersection between this virtual life event, such as weddings or funerals or shivas or baby showers, um, to a play or to a musical, or to can you describe that for us?
Yeah, I think for me, and I write about this so often when I apply for things as a director, and I write about this relationship between like not only the story, the main story that's being told, but the relationship between that story, the artist creating it, and the audience. It's this really complete circle. And I think that's the same thing in a great event, in events where community gathers and you want to build an emotional tie, or you want to help people release emotion, process emotion, or at the very base level, feel less alone, which is why I will do theater and have done theater the rest of my life. We understand that concept to help people gather literally in this way and have this experience together. And these experiences are based on being the most human, which is what we craft in the theater and try to get a slice of. In an ideal world, if we're making an amazing play, it's, the most human experience possible with an audience of, a diverse group of people. And so now in these virtual events, that's exactly what we get to keep doing. We already have a stories given to us. That's somebody's experience. You come to us with, I have this need. We already know what it's going to be about, but we get to jump in and understand and learn about the chosen audience and how to curate and craft to that audience. And we get to also, we know how to respond live. Like that's one of our big things, creative problem solving, like being there in the moment and responding to, because people are unpredictable humans. You never know. And that is, I think, an incredible strong point that you wouldn't find anywhere else, that you find in artists, because we have this creative brain and we have this massive capacity for empathy. And I think that transfers really directly.
Thank you so much for kind of letting us take a peek on what it is to be the facilitator of these events. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm excited to see what the needs of people are and what's coming down the pike, and how we can be of service in this time.
Thank you.